Oh, welcome back to another episode of On the Spot Sports. I'm Jack, and today's episode we're joined by a very special guest, current professional hockey player Isaac Embree. Isaac most recently played with the Indiana Sentinels of the FPHL, but he's also spent time with the HC Venom and the Danbury Hat in the 24-25 season. And before that, he spent time in junior hockey in the PIJHL, the SJHL, and he's uh he's a good buddy of mine, so I'm really excited to get Isaac on. He could score, he could fight, he could do whatever you want on a team. But I'm really excited to get you on, Isaac. So welcome to the show, Isaac Embry.
Appreciate you, man. It's good to be here. Thank you for having me on, Jack. I know that me and you have had some good times together back in Indiana for I guess I should say, short period of time, but you're definitely someone that I can always call if I ever need anything. So I appreciate you having me, man.
Yeah, of course. It's been an episode I've wanted to get you on for since I met you on actually. So it's good to get you on.
I
And like,
appreciate
yeah,
that, bro.
we had a short stint in Indiana, but like, how have you been, dude? Like, I know you're living the dream now, so you're living the life.
Yeah, man. I mean, obviously what was going on in Indiana, not much to say about that. It is what it is. Some stuff happened that rather not talk about, but just moved back to the lower mainland now. I'm back on the island. I'm from Ladner, BC, but I'm currently living on in Nanaimo. Um, yeah, man, it's been surreal. I think playing that pro hockey time, I know it was a little bit short. Was honestly an opportunity and something I'll forever be grateful for. I just gotta give a little shout out though to AJ Galante. I mean, I was going through a tough time before I actually left to go play hockey in Danbury. He kind of saved my life with Daniel Amesbury. I was going through a tough time. Was going through some mental problems. Still am fighting demons every day, trying to work on them every single day. But he definitely one of those guys that believed in me and brought me down to play hockey, and I'm forever grateful for that. I have nothing but good things to say about him and Daniel Amesbury. Um, Now I'm eventually hopefully make a new podcast coming up. It's going to be called When You Think It's Over, it's not. It's just the beginning. So it's just for men's mental health, and I think we don't talk about that enough. I'm very blessed to be able to still be here. I was
Yeah.
going through my suicidal time, and you know, it's one of those things, Jack, where you playing hockey and the opportunity I got and the stuff I was going through. You're not the main character in everyone's story. Everyone has a story, so you really don't know what people are going through. And it's a pandemic right now. I know it's Men's Mental Health Month, and I think we should be talking about it more. I mean, like at the end of the day, if you are going through stuff, please just talk to someone because um, I think that's the most important thing. Like you're not a tough guy. It's okay to talk about things, and I'm 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 grateful enough where I got saved by AJ. And he let me come play hockey, and wasn't a long-term thing, but it was something that I'll forever be grateful for.
Yeah, that's a big thing to bring up because like just in life, like everyone goes through shit, and it sometimes the worst happens where you just think of the worst, and like it's not talked about, like you said, enough. And like just you're never alone, so like you can always reach out to anyone and talk about things. And especially like you hear more and more about it, like in sports as well, like
For sure.
especially hockey, like you hear about it more. So like how important is it to just like what do you do throughout that time to like help you really like dial back into like the present instead of just thinking about like the
Definitely, man.
negatives.
Definitely, man. And like I said, I mean, so many people, especially, they just, like I said, that's why my podcast is gonna be very special to me. I don't even really care about how much it blows up, but it's good to talk about things because
Yeah.
I didn't have any really of that after my grandfather died and a lot of people passed away, some friends and stuff. I was hurting on the inside. So like, and I'm open to talk about these things now on podcasts. I wasn't as much before, but I did have some problems, like, mentally, physically, and like I said, I talk about these things now because, I still fight my demons,
Yeah.
right? Like I said before, I still fight these things every single day. Like I know you played with me, a lot of guys have played with me before. You wouldn't like I have a lot of people come up to me saying, "Oh, like you wouldn't expect Embry to be the type of guy where he, like he comes to the rink or he comes and sees guys and he makes everyone laugh."
Yeah.
And but at night my life's a lot different. And that's not me trying to be like, look at me, look at me, look at me. But that's something I deal with. And I don't think a lot of people understand that another person could be doing that. Bringing life to a room, bringing life to that, bringing life to a person, making sure they're taken care of. Because, like I said, after my grandfather died, it fucked me up.
Yeah.
Like I'll be completely honest with you. Like when my best friend overdosed, I'm in a rehab home, it fucked me up. A lot of things fucked me up. I swear like that because it did fuck me up.
Yeah.
But it was hard for me because like coming back to the AJ Galante thing, my grandfather never really said he was proud of me. And he was like my dad growing up, grew up without a father. Um, so AJ bringing me down to go play pro hockey, this guy had no idea about me.
Yeah.
Like he didn't have any clue about me, and he still brought me down to come play and at least try to play for Danbury and so on and so forth. And he was actually one of the first people that, and a friend of mine that said, "I'm proud of you." When I got that text from him one time, that actually made me cry quite a bit because I haven't got that in a long time. But as humans, we're so hard on ourselves, man. Like it's I don't know what it is, but it's like we're just so hard on ourselves. And like I said, man, I'm so grateful to be able to go down there and play and meet people like you, people that I get to still have friendships where I can text them, say, "Hey, how's everything going? Are you good?" And that's what hockey's really about and sports in general.
Yeah.
So
I think it's all expectations too. Like everyone has high expectations of themselves, especially in sport. Like you want to be the
yeah,
best that you can in hockey or whatever profession or in life, you want to be the best of the best. And then when you go through those obstacles and everything, like it tears you down and
yeah.
wears on you, especially if it's long term. But you you do bring a big side, bright side to the locker room. Like always had the guys laughing, like
I
always
appreciate
had
that,
always
man.
was positive, and you bring it every day on the ice too. So
I
like
appreciate that.
it's crazy to see like how like things can change just from like one way, and then you look at the other way and it could be completely something else.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's I think too that I think every day now what I've realized is no matter what, every day is a blessing.
Yeah,
I get to get up every single day, work or play hockey or meet new people. Um, it's special to me now. I know, and I know I'm not perfect, man. Like, I've made so many mistakes where that like it's just like I look back at them now and I'm just like it still haunts me, right? Because I'm such
yeah,
that kind of person where like I want to be perfect. I want to be this, I want to be that. And you sometimes can't control everything that happens. But now what I've realized now too is that your actions can control a lot of things, and I'm trying to be better every single day. Tomorrow was history, today's the present, and tomorrow's the future. So
yeah,
right now, every single day, I just live in the present and I try to be the best I can. And even if I do make a mistake, it's okay. That's human. Move on. But I just want to say thank you for everything you did for me down in Indiana. You're someone that was one of my best friends right away. So I just want to take some time and say thank you for that. And obviously, I was on the Bruise and Banner podcast and I was talking some other things about it. But I just really, after this past year, I just really wanted to talk about those things,
yeah,
men's mental health and all that kind of stuff because it's very important to me now, and it always has been. But even when you hear it more, like you said, a lot of sports guys now are coming out with this, and it's sad because like it's just one phone call
yeah.
that can save someone's life. So I just wanted to talk a lot about that with you today too. So.
Yeah, and like yeah, I appreciate the kind words and everything. And yeah, like drove 20 hours basically to get you.
I know.
So
Crazy.
we had a lot of bonding time in that
Yeah,
car
we did.
ride. 10 hours
We
there,
did.
10 hours back, couple Waffle House runs. Couldn't beat
Oh,
it.
a couple Waffle House. I actually never been till that day, which was kind of
Yeah,
fire
me
though.
neither.
It was
It
kind of
really
lit. Yeah,
was.
I know.
It was very, very good. But like you said, like you're going through a tough time and then you go to
Yeah,
Danbury and you really get that experience of playing pro hockey
yeah,
for 5 games in Danbury. Like what
yeah.
was going to Danbury like, especially for your mental health as well?
I'm gonna be honest, man, because I think being honest now, people always say to me like, "Oh, make sure you don't tell people your story," or
Yeah,
because you don't know if they could use it against you one day. You know what? I really don't care anymore about that. I went to AJ brought me down. But you know what I was really doing? I was running away from my own problems. And I thought if I went to go do that, I could be healed some magic way or some
Yeah.
like you know what I mean? Like and I couldn't. And I didn't. I was, as a hockey player, I came down there, like, oh my gosh, like, this is so surreal to me still. AJ Galante on Crimes and Penalties trying to reach out for me. And knowing Daniel Amesbury, I played with Daniel Amesbury in Powell River, senior men's when I was younger.
Yeah.
And that's how kind of everything got set up. But it was still so surreal to me to this day, like knowing him and got an opportunity to play. But I was running away from my own problems from back home. Like I was running away from my mental health. I was saying, though, if I go play pro, everything's going to be better.
Yeah.
Realistically, it actually didn't get a lot better. It was kind of like it was a spiral.
Yeah.
Like I was good one day, I was bad the next. I was trying to fit in, I wasn't trying to fit in. I was doing my own thing, then being part of the team. So, like I said, I'm going to be completely honest with you about everything now because I think that's important to be honest now for people that are going through the same thing
Yeah.
because running away from your problems isn't the answer. Danbury was amazing though, not gonna lie. The atmosphere was unbelievable. I remember when I got my first fight against Schmidt, I got just absolutely tuned, man. My first fight in like 5 years since juniors. And I'm like, oh, I can handle this guy, no problem. Amesbury talked a little bit about him. Next thing you know, I'm just waving the crowd on, not even throwing a punch. I'm like, dude, what's going on, right? Like, I'm not a bad fighter. I'll give myself a little credit for that. But I'm like, I got people after the game like this. Yeah, wave the crowd on. We don't throw one punch. He hit me so hard, Jack, where he hit me in the side of temple, and my whole brain went. Do. I'm like, holy fuck, shit. I'm like, that's
You just hit me
crazy,
that
right?
hard.
Oh, yo, Schmidt, and I'm gonna say one thing about Schmidt. One of the nicest guys you will ever meet in your life.
Yeah.
A guy, genuine guy that does care about people. And if he watches this or sees this, Schmidt, shout out to you, man. I hope everything's going well in Topeka. Congrats on your career, everything you've done. You're something that it was an honor to do that. I wish maybe if I was still in Indiana, we would have had another Tilly. I promise you that, and I would at least throw in one or two punches. But thanks for always being a homie to me, man, and messaging me and stuff like that. I really appreciate that. And like I said, I hope everything works out for you too in Topeka because it looks like a riot, bro. I love it. So, but yeah, Danbury Jack was good. It was an honor to play there. Definitely something on my resume now where when I do have a family one day, I can tell my kids and watch the Netflix show and say, hey, like
I know
maybe it
that
wasn't
guy.
maybe it wasn't the Trashers, but it was Danbury, and I have nothing but good things to say about AJ Galante. That guy is a class act. Um, like I said, like I mean, guy believed in me, took me in, and like I said, maybe it's not over for me. Maybe I got maybe a couple more years, but right now the best decision for me and my mental health and
Yeah.
everything that was going on was to come back home and reestablish everything. Focus on what my passions are again. I
Yeah.
love hockey, but it's something that I instead of running away from it, I need to work on myself and you know what? And like I said, who knows what happens? I don't know what's gonna happen. God has that story for me. And when you have those kind of things like that, it's a little more of a mystery. So I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah. And you like you said, like you play pro, like you can always tell your kids that like you're a pro hockey player and like you then after Danbury you went to the Venom for a little bit as well.
Yeah,
Like obviously like it was a new team back that year when
yeah.
before like they went dormant before they went dormant. So like what was that experience like for you? And because you played 18 games there, you were established there, and you had quite a few tilts there as well.
Yeah, man. I remember when stuff didn't really work out in Danbury, and that's all, and that's all good. It's part of the game. It's a business at
Yeah,
the end of the day. The ownership and the things felt like I could be maybe better going to a team that maybe needed some more jump a little bit, maybe some more what's the word? Some energy type aspect. And it was an honor to play there. I mean,
yeah,
it was crazy how when I first came to Danbury late in the season, or sorry, like in January time, I think it was January 1st, and then watching the Venom play, and then joining the Venom, and like we weren't like this is something now I'm just honest about talking, like I said, like the Venom, the shit was a shit show. Okay. Like you can even like I hope you can post it on your podcast. Like
Yeah,
it was a shit
I
show.
will.
I feel like what was going on. It wasn't, and shout out to MJ. You know, MJ's a class act too. He did a lot of things for the Venom that a lot of people were kind of, skeptical about. They're like, oh, he's not doing that, but he did do a lot for us, like out
Yeah,
of his own pocket, out of his own love for the team. And when I got there, I felt it was a family. I mean, we were beating teams. I remember we went to South Carolina. And we had our team going in there, and I remember we are like, I don't know who I don't I, and this is about being honest on podcasts now because I don't give a fuck. But I remember this guy came coming in, and I think he's actually one of the owners on PD with Parker Moscow. I don't know what's going on with Parker Moscow, but whatever. We're not gonna get into that shit. But um, don't give a shit. But he comes in the room. And he says to the HC Venom, he's like, if you guys win 3 games against was not South Carolina, what's the
North
Columbus,
Carolina.
the Columbus River Dragons,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, River Dragons. I'm just thinking of Scott Dortchy. That guy's a beauty, but South Carolina. But so he comes in the room and we're all sitting there, right? Like, oh fuck, we're gonna get pumped against this team. But you
Yeah.
don't want to have that mentality, right? Because you want to always be
Win.
happy. You want to be, we got
Yeah.
this, boys. Like, let's give it our all. Like, we have nothing to lose. And he comes in there, he says, I'll give you 5 grand if you sweep Columbus. I don't know who I was sitting beside at the time, but I look over, I'm like,
Fuck yeah.
that's more money than the whole team makes the whole year. I was like, we could split all that. So it was pretty funny. So we go into Columbus and we win the first game. Okay. And I don't know if it was, I can't remember if it was a 3 game series. I think it was a 3 game or a two, maybe a two. No, it was a three. I think I can't remember. But long story short, I remember playing and we won the first, I think lost the second and then won the third or something like that. I remember, and I love this guy to this day too. This is what's so special about hockey, like when you fight or when you see guys. Scott Dortchy. So we're going on the ice and he's saying something to this kid named Butler. And if Butler, if you ever see this podcast, make sure you show me on Instagram or something because I know you had a new baby born. So congrats. You better name it Isaac. But I um I remember Scott Dorsey was chirping Butler. I get on the ice. I told MJ, I was like, put me on the ice. I go up to Dorsey, and Dorsey's one of the biggest fighters in the league too. Now he's playing in the coast. Congrats, bro. If you're gonna
Yeah.
watch this, you're a beauty, buddy. Nothing but good things about you. Don't ever punch me this hard again. So he hit me so hard when we dropped the gloves. I'm lucky he's like 6'6", right? Just a beast. I'm like, whatever. I don't give a fuck. I know I'm gonna get fucking pumped probably. He hit me so hard in the nose. I blows up my nose. Say not even broken, just a huge gash in my nose. You can see my bone, blood
Yeah.
everywhere. The guy pumps the shit in me. I go to the room. At the time, we had no fucking doctor or trainer. Oh, okay,
And so
that's
you're like,
fucking
oh fuck.
that's awesome. Blood gushing from my nose, all over my jersey, all over the mirror in the dressing room. The other fucking doctors, bro, had to come in and stitch me and freeze my nose, bro. And I'm in the River Dragons training room. I'm like, all the stories I heard about the Fed are just lining up every single day now for
Yeah.
me, right? It's
Hmm.
great hockey now. Don't get me wrong. It's great hockey. Some good players are playing in it, but
Yeah.
fuck me. Is it fucking bad with shit like that? So I'm in there and he's stitching my nose and I see a score go two, I think it was like 2-0 or something like that in the second on a short-handed goal. And I jump out of the stitching, and the stitch goes rips out of my nose, and blood's going. But long story short, what I'm trying to say is, it was an honor to play there. I think a lot of guys they liked the energy I brought, and I have nothing but good things to say about all those guys on that team I played with.
Yeah.
I have a lot of memories where I can look back and say just like, wow, like it was it was a privilege, and the people that do know me know that I'm one phone call away from answering them if they ever need anything. I think that's something where my where God brought me to too
Yeah.
was like, hey, like this is an opportunity for you. You know, you're running away from your problems. This is something you're gonna have to deal with, and go spread the love. It's very important to me. I wear my heart on my sleeve. So you fuck around with someone on my team, doesn't matter if you're fucking 6'9", Dustin Bufflin. I'll break my nose again, no problem. Just make sure if I ever have a wife, I gotta get redone. So.
Yeah. Yeah, team guy right there.
I
That's
try
what
to
you
be.
want. That's what you want on a team is like someone who's going to go through a wall for
Yeah,
his
for
team,
sure.
and that's you. Like wear your heart on the sleeve. Like you just gotta continue that. And
Yeah.
yeah, like you said, like you're like now you're just living every day in the present moment. So like, how has that changed like your whole lifestyle and like compared to like what it was when
Yeah.
you were down in the dumps at one point, and now like you're a lot more free.
Um, I think that, I've heard this quote one time, and it's been sticking with me too. Is like I think I've been always been trying to impress people, and trying to find someone says, "Oh, like, are you happy?"
Yeah,
Um, I'm not trying to find happiness. I think people that know who I am happy. I'm trying to find peace, with myself now, if
yeah,
that kind of makes sense. I'm trying to find, because when you're happy, right, you're gonna be sad too,
yeah.
right? When there's a high, there's a low.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
so when great things are happening for you, at
it's gonna hit the
some
fan.
point, something's gonna hit the fucking fan real quick,
Yeah,
and you don't even know it's coming. But if you have that peace, you can adapt to the those kind of moments. I'm at peace with it.
yeah,
And that's something that it's been really hard for me to work on, is just to love myself and find the peace, not the happy, because people that really know me, I'm always happy.
yeah,
Always happy. But and yeah, I know you're smiling right now, you little shit, because I know I'm always happy in the cars in the morning. I go coming downstairs making your breakfast too at
yeah.
Indiana for a little bit.
Yeah, that
But
now people know who made my breakfast in the morning.
yeah, buddy. But yeah, that was me. But
Yeah,
he gave me
good
creatine, so it
eggs.
was even. But no, man, I'm just trying to find that peace now. And I talk about these things, like I said before on earlier in your podcast, is it's so important to me now that I talk about these things, because yeah, my hockey career might be over. I might go back. I don't know what it has in store for me, but there is one thing I do know with all the stuff I have been through now being at 27 is, if I can let people know, when you, like I said, when you think it's over, it's not.
Yeah,
Believe in yourself. Take that next step. Because if when you're in fear, that's how you grow. You have to face your fear to grow.
yeah,
And that's why it's special to me to make that podcast, because I hopefully I can get a lot of good people on there and I can talk about their stories. Because like I said before, you're not the main character in everyone's stories. That's what's so special about the person beside you. You get to sit with in the locker room. You don't know what the fuck that guy's been through.
yeah,
So why are people such assholes these days in life? I don't like, I don't understand that, and I don't get it. But there's one thing I do know that God's put me through right now, is that I can tell my stories now. And like I said, Jack, how am I getting through now into day to day is it's hard. Don't like it's not easy, bro. Like I
yeah,
said, I was into drugs, it's not easy. I was suicidal. It wasn't easy. It's not easy. And it's not the best way out is just to douse it, because it's that's not the answer, because there is people that care about you. And when you think that there isn't, there are.
yeah,
And that's, I think, the most important thing when someone wants to hear that, because as a man, we want to provide and we hide all of our pain. And it's just, I had a buddy of mine actually reach out to me after Indiana, and I've known him since I was 20 in Powell River. And I'm not gonna obviously name names because I'm gonna get a little bit of a story, but he the whole time when I was playing pro, he was going through his problems. I didn't know till I got here. And he was always making sure I was okay. And I didn't know the stuff he was going through. And when I found out, it brought tears in my eyes, because I'm like, how is this guy going through the exact same thing, but he's taking care of me?
yeah,
And this guy's going through this, and I'm like, um,
yeah.
yeah,
No, yeah.
it's just one of those things, right? Where it's like
Yeah.
you
It means so much to you, and you just to know so what someone's going through and taking care of yourself instead of worrying about what they
like, I'm
like
not
their
gonna cry on
problems.
your podcast right now, bro. Like I don't cry. I don't cry and it's just oh shit balls. Um life's good, man. Life
Yeah,
life is good. And you just yeah, it's yeah,
You have at least one person that cares about you no matter what.
yeah, so it's special to
Yeah,
it's special when you have people like that, right? Because
yeah,
sorry, I'm good now. Sorry. I'm good. It's special when you have people like that because it's like I said, you don't know what he's going through, right? So,
yeah,
but having these opportunities and all these things that happened to me and thinking it was over, like it was done, like this is it, like I'm done with life. It's not.
yeah,
And you have all these people that actually care about you and you hit a rock bottom and drugs, alcohol, whatever it is you're going through, personal stuff, whatever. It's just like I think people misinterpret now what sports really are. Sports isn't just about you being the best hockey player on the team. When hockey was around like, 50s, 60s, 70s, it was a team.
yeah,
They're a family. No matter what you go through, they're going to be there for you. And that's a brotherhood. And I think a lot of that is changing these days a little bit, maybe not a lot, but a little bit. It's more about the individual of how they're doing in the game instead of, like, hey, like these are supposed to be your brothers.
yeah,
So it was an honor to play and it was an honor to do that. And when you have people like, smile at like when I say like be living with you and the people that were laughing at when I was in the room, I just loved making people I love still making people smile and um I don't know, like I told you earlier before we actually started the podcast and we had a long conversation just to get to see each other again. I was just like, I think I like to see people smile and take care of them
yeah,
because after like I said, my grandfather passed away and I was going through my tough times and my best friend passed away and some other things, but I didn't have that anymore. I didn't have like a backup. I didn't have someone to look at me and say, like, I got you.
yeah,
Like I'm proud of you. I got you no matter what, I got you. So when that kind of happens to a guy or a man or whatever, kid, whatever, you kind of now are on your tippy toes, bro. You're very like I was in survival mode for a while. I was couch surfing. Um, there was a point where I was on the streets a little bit. I was couch surfing from friends to friends, and they actually convinced me to go play. One of my buddies, I was living on the couch in his garage, and he's like, "Yo, you just gotta go," because I didn't have a passport at the time. I didn't have my
yeah,
any IDs. I lost everything, and they actually convinced me to go see AJ and stuff. So, Kuda, you guys know who you are if you watch this podcast too. So, thanks again for believing in me and for keeping me alive. So,
yeah. Like I know everyone goes through tough times, but it's like so inspiring hearing guys' stories like yourself. Like it's why I do it too. Like just to hear
for
other
sure, man.
people's stories because everyone has a different life, a different path, whether it be life, hockey, sport, whatever it may be. Like everyone's no path's the same. So it's just
Yeah,
inspiring to hear like different people's past and stories and how they're getting through the shit that they face, the adversity, the obstacles, because
you never know, right?
life ain't easy. It
No,
definitely is not easy, and you just need that support system from your friends, from your family that really help you stay grounded and
for sure,
stay
bro.
level and stay true to yourself as well.
Yeah, 100%. And like I said, if there's anyone that's gonna watch this podcast, knowing me or not, obviously my Instagram's Aaron.Ike54. Message me if anyone needs anything. I'll always do like obviously respond. I'll do my best. It's just something that I've realized now is just trying to give back. And like I said, like I've said, earlier, I've made so many mistakes that I look back at it now, I'm like, oh my gosh, like it's
Yeah,
crazy, right? But I'm like at peace with some things and I'm still working on things every single day. It's not easy every single day, like I said, but please, if you're going through something and you know me or sorry you heard about me, don't be afraid to reach out because if I know you or don't know you, just please reach out because that's something I'm trying to no, I don't owe back, but I just want people to be happy and I want me to make sure people are taken care of and that you guys, people out there that are going through tough times, you'll get through it. It's
yeah,
okay. You'll get through
yeah.
it. it's okay. Yeah. So
Yeah, someone's always there, one phone call away, one text away, and
yeah,
like someone always cares about you. Like it's not never too hard to end it. Like everyone like
yeah,
someone's gonna be there to talk to you.
for sure. And I think this was a special podcast as well for me because a lot of the stuff I did want to say when I was living in New York City, when I was on the Bruise and Banter podcast, that was on an audio,
Yeah,
right? This is me talking to you face to face, and I wanted to talk a lot about that kind of stuff and the stuff I was going through because I was going through a lot of stuff before coming to play pro hockey and still to this day still battling, like I said, all this stuff
yeah,
in my head. And I just wanted people to know, like, what I've been saying the whole time is like it's okay, like you'll get through it. So, because when I did the Bruise and Banner podcast, amazing guys too, I was just on a voice recording. So I couldn't express really how I was feeling about the time. And I think it comes off kind of a lot different when you hear someone on a recording and you see them talking.
yeah,
So it was really special to be able to talk about not the full story, but bits and pieces about my life with someone special like you that, welcomed me with open arms when you first met me and loved me for who I was right away.
yeah.
And I owe you all the gratitude in the world, man. So I just want, like I said, thank you again for everything. If the questions are over or not, I don't know because you're a fucking beauty. But I'm just saying, So thanks for welcoming with open arms and being a good friend of mine. You're always gonna be someone that will always be around in my life, no matter what. So I just want to say thanks, brother.
Yeah, you said I'll be in your wedding, so it
Hey,
better still be
if you're,
true.
but yeah, but you're not. I'm not making you fucking breakfast the next morning after the wedding. You're gonna have to go get eggs Benedict at White Spot.
Hey, hey, I'll accept that.
That's
Well,
okay.
yeah, but
I'll make.
yeah,
You know what? You know what? Fuck it. I'll make you breakfast in the morning just because I like you. Because I know you can't even. You can only make cereal.
I'm learning. I'm learning. I can make eggs now.
Oh, you can.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, they're definitely
It's
fuck. You just put you don't just put the egg on the pan. You have to crack it.
oh no shit.
No,
Of
man, you're a
course I
beauty.
of course I know that, but yeah, you brought positive energy right from the start, right from getting in the car from your apartment in PD to driving 10 hours back. So it's been a wild ride the last month and a half or whatever, but wouldn't change it with you.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah. But like you're home right now in
Yeah,
near in Dynamo. So like
yeah.
what's it been like being home and just really enjoying that next stage?
Um. So I'm from Delta, like Ladner. I'm back. I moved to the island in Nanaimo. I'm currently playing senior men's hockey. Um, I don't know if it's double A or triple A. I don't know. I don't care, but
One of
uh,
the levels.
but it's some guys I've known for a while that say, hey, like we know you're coming home. Do you want to come to the island? We're gonna set you up with some things, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? Like, I need to work on like I said, my mental health and me personally. Um, so I thought it was it has been the best decision I made. I mean, the people like I'm moving in with the family, they're actually the owners of the Buccaneers, the junior B team, the Nanaimo
Oh,
Buccaneers.
there you go.
So their son's my head coach on the Steelman. His name's Andy, good friend of mine now too, and they welcome me in with open arms. So um I they're it's like I said, it's funny how God works because this family has been a family to me now already. The past month and a half has been
Yeah.
like the most amazing thing that could ever happen to me. They have done so much for me already. And it makes you, when you have that kind of love, like I said, when someone doesn't really know you and then gets to know you, and you have that kind of love and the support they have given me, it makes you want to be a better person as well. Because
Yeah.
when they're always saying that you're good, you're okay. Because I have a lot of problems, bro. Like I'll have a lot of, like I said, I have a lot of demons still. I have a lot of my stuff. But if you have someone that really actually supports you and doesn't lie about it, that's something very special that you can't buy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, living out here, doing some carpentry. I'm actually gonna run some summer camps in the summertime, hopefully in Nanaimo.
There you go.
Maybe start some stuff, trying to get into some coaching. Just like I said, just finding my passion again, because my passion has always been to make sure, like I said, people are happy and taken care of and want the best for them. So who knows, like I said, what's got in store for me. Who knows if I make a comeback in the Fed? I don't know. That's what makes it even more special. Oh fuck, Embree's back. I wonder what head he's gonna try to take off next or who he's gonna chirp next. But it's more likely my head gonna take off. But I just want to say
What
too,
goal is he gonna snipe?
yeah,
Better not be me.
buddy, I never even got the opportunity to be on a fucking power play in the Fed, bro. And then all of a sudden I go to Indiana for a couple weeks and the shit hits the fan. And I'm on the power first line power play. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, where's my hands go? But you know what I mean? So it was, it was, and like I said, I have nothing bad to say about
Yeah,
anyone. I never will. I feel like people that do that kind of stuff or want to talk trash about people. And you know what? I'm gonna actually take this time to say this, bro, because like I said, I don't really give a fuck anymore. But what people say, and and this is a podcast where, and people are gonna say this guy's fucking crazy. That's okay. But Britt Morgan with Indiana. Um, I want to have her back on this because she is one of those people that has had my back. Um, you know, people like to go on, like I said, on podcasts and say and just fucking chirp people and just you know what I mean? But to me now in my life, it's like what that doesn't do anything for me, bro.
yeah,
Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't make me like, oh, like, hey, like I'm gonna say something about this person or that person because they did this to me or I did that to them. It's like sorry, bro. I'm just happy I get to wake up and see the sunrise every single
yeah,
fucking day. To be honest, it's the last thing I need in my life is more drama and talking about other stuff. So
yeah,
I want to say to her though, she has been there for me, and whatever's been said about her on the other shit and stuff, it doesn't change about how I know who she really is. And
yeah,
shout out to Britt. I hope you're doing good and stuff like that. You had my back, so when someone has your back like that, you're never not going to give them the downfall, right? You're always going to keep them up because I think a lot of people judge people on what they've done or how they did it or story, whatever. But at the end of the day, people that are there for you, you really know, we really want to take care of them. So
yeah. Yeah, that's awesome, and like
yeah,
I'm glad that you're doing good and finding those passions again, and really just living in the present every single day. So
I
I want to say thanks again for coming on the
appreciate it, my
show,
man.
and I appreciate your time, and dude, just keep living and keep doing your thing.
Hey, I appreciate you, my brother. You're always going to be a good friend of mine. Okay, keep in touch.